From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
That's fine. Yeah. $319.
On first down, Rodgers. Underneath for Johnson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. Third down here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 18. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. They'll run on first down. Roberts. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Oh, good footwork on the spin. He's to the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Simmons. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Zoom. 319.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
319. Inside. Here we go. 58.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Simmons. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Zoom. 319.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
He'll field this at the 5. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On 1st down, Roberts. And now look at him go. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He saw the middle was closed, tried to bounce it outside. That didn't work either.
Very rarely Can you bounce something that's designed to go into the middle all the way to the outside and expect to get help and get there? Usually all the blocking is there. In this case, blocking was in the middle, bounced up, stacked up. Now he was outflanked when he tried to get outside.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
319.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taken in at the 11. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Going up top. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So out now come the Cardinals. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
319.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Right now, you got 58. Inside. 319.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's got the first down before being taken down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On second down, Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, fighting off the defender. To the right side, complete to Miller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run on 1st down. Roberts. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the, and it's a Cincinnati Bengals touchdown.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
319!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Simmons. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Bengals getting set to go. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here in this first half. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
All right, now, look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Looking to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, this is Roberts. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Breshad Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15, and a flag down as well. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now it's Rodgers. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers to throw again. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, a nice spin. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups.
And got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
319, 258, 319.
Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Simmons. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Rodgers now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
319.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And Santos yanked that one a bit. No good. Wide to the left for Santos. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And the grab by Croft. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Roberts. And they'll get this down to the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Bengals! And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
3-19.
Rodgers now on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's Rodgers. This is intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley, and they take possession. To the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Bring it.
Now Walton. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, it's Walton. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And his kick here is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's go.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Blue 58. Green 19's on.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a carry for Walton. And an alley to run. Breaks through the contact. 20. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down from the left hash. A chip shot here. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Alex Anzalone with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Drew Kaiser now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now, here come the Bengals. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They go back to Walton. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They'll run with Walton. A spin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's Walton. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The give to the fullback on the dive. Down right around the 25. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the 1st, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And now it's 2nd down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now You know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. A first down carry here for Johnson. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now a handoff. Johnson. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And an alley to run.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. A big offensive explosion helped.